Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening to all of you. Yeah, I'm sorry for the morning class because there was some
Good evening,
issues
sir.
in the internet, so I could not. Am I audible?
Good evening,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Yeah, no, sir. Visible to the.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, so let us start with the paper Human Resource Management. I hope the students, those who have attended the classes in offline mode, they have got some idea on the courses of this particular paper. But still, those who have not attended, for them, I will start from the beginning. And I hope all of you all of you must have got an idea about the conduct of examination and assignments. Still, if you do not have any idea on that, we will discuss it in a separate session. Do not ask about.
प्रयोग कर सकते हैं। जलपान के चयन और दिलचस्प जानकारियों के लिए आप हमारी Hello 6E मैगजीन को पढ़ सकते हैं। धन्यवाद। As we prepare for takeoff.
Okay, please mute yourself from your side. Now, see, if you have any doubt regarding the examination, regarding the contact class, that we will discuss later on. Let us start the subject. In fact, see, Human Resource Management is a paper where we will read the basics of human resources and its concepts, the functions, principles of human resource management, and how it contributes to the development of the organization. What are the different functionaries of HRM, that we will discuss. Now see, here in this contact class, what I will do, I will discuss one question in one day. In one session, one question I will discuss. So that in 10 days, at least minimum, we will be covering around 12 questions, minimum 12 questions. So I will start with a question and I will complete that questions by discussing the answers of that particular question. So see, in unit 1, the introduction of HRM is there. So what are the basic questions you will get from unit 1? I have not discussed anything about HRM. I will discuss that after telling about the questions. The basic questions which you may get from unit 1 is define human resource management. Define human resource management. One, you may get a question like that. Define human resource management. Discuss the scope of HRM. Scope of HRM. Another is functions of HRM. Okay. Another is role of HR manager. Role of HR manager. Another is challenges faced by the HR manager. So what are the challenges generally faced by the HR manager? So these are the basic questions which you may get from unit 1. Now see, I in the offline class, I have divided the entire first semester syllabus into 3 parts. Acha, can you tell me how many of you have not attended the offline class? How many of you?
No, sir. Sir, not attended, sir.
Not attended,
Jane?
sir.
Sir, attended, sir.
Not attended.
Attended, sir.
Okay.
Not attended.
सेकेंड अटेंडेंस 100 पाखापाखि थिला ता माने रेस्ट अटेंड करिना
ठीक अछि तो मोस्टली मु भाबुची बहुत गुडे पिला अटेंड करिथिबे मोस्टली स्टूडेंट माने अटेंड करिथिबे किछि पिला अटेंड करिनथिबे बट आई हैव नॉट कवर्ड एनीथिंग इन द ऑफलाइन क्लास आई हैव नॉट कवर्ड एनीथिंग ओनली आई हैव discussed the different parameters or the different functions of human resource department that I have only discussed. Now see, these are the basic questions which we will discuss. One is define human resource management, what the human resource management is implied for. Please mute yourself first and I will give some time to you to ask questions. So define human resource management. Then what are the scope of HRM? Scope of HRM is that, see, where this HR department, HR concepts can be applied, where it is being used, or where we can use it, or where the organization is using such concept, HR concepts. Another is that the functions of human resource management. What are the different functionaries of HRM? You may get a question. Another is that the role of the HR manager, the person concerned who is dealing with this, what the role he plays, what are the different kind of role is generally played by a HR manager. You may get another question. Another is that the challenges faced by the HR manager or HR department while playing such role. What kind of challenge generally faced by the HR manager? See, in the morning I faced a challenge. The internet kind of thing was not there. Suddenly, the server didn't work. So that was a challenge. So what I did, I instantly sent a message. I told someone to send a message, and I tried to reschedule it, and we rescheduled, and we are conducting the classes. Now see, challenges are everywhere. In this online class, we are facing several types of challenges. In offline class, we also face challenges, and we try to take necessary steps to overcome such challenges. I'm not telling to avoid the challenge. If you start avoiding the challenge, then you cannot grow, you cannot expand, you cannot diversify. So what you need to do, you need to accept the challenge and you need to take necessary steps. That is what is the basics of HR manager. So he need to accept challenges and accordingly he needs to take necessary steps so that he can grow or the organization can grow. So these are the basic questions. I will start with the definition of HRM. Before that, I will tell some concepts of the HR department. So HR department is meant for several parameters. Several functions of HR departments are there. Can anyone tell me what are the different functions of HR department? We have already discussed. Still, I want to listen from you people. Yes? What are the different functions of HR department? Can anyone tell me?
The recruitment, selection,
Recruitment, selection,
orientation, induction, training and development.
Very good.
Recruitment to retirement. All are HR department.
All are different functions. So in the offline class, I told you to refer the syllabus, right? I told all of you to refer the syllabus so that whatever points are there in the syllabus, whatever headings are there, except unit 1, leave unit 1 from unit 2 to unit 5. Whatever points are there, whatever headings are there, these are different functions. तुमको जहाँ भी क्वेश्चन पढ़ो, whatever questions you are getting in the examination from the introduction portion, like define human resource management, or discuss the functions of human resource management, or what are the basic role of a HR manager, सेही गुड़ा को सब तुमको elaborate करिया को पड़ियो. तुम पाको जदी either if you are getting this question, then you may not get this, or you may not get this. So tactfully you need to answer the questions. Now, what are the different parameters? I will start with the HR manager always wanted to. What is the basic task? We start with recruitment. Now I have divided these these parameters into threefold. तीनटा part रे मैं define करथिली. One is that individual. What are the role generally to be played by HR manager for the people those who are working? Individual by किसी role रहुची, individual by किसी function रहुची. Another one is your organization. Organization by मध्य किसी role रहुची, किसी activities have to be performed, have to be played. So the role of HR manager or the role of HR department is identified at the individual level, at the organizational level, and at the
Social.
society level. See, you can refer different books. Different book may define it differently, but ultimate conclusion is this. Right? Now, definition. You can write this in the definition. You can start this with definition. I'll give a very good definition at the end. Now, suppose one question you are getting: what are the scopes of HR department? HR department, generally the principles of HR concepts can be applied in which area? One is, again, we can say one is at individual level, one is at organizational level, and another one is a societal level. It is in organizational level, we can say group and organization as a whole. Jadi tome au taku elaborate kariyaku chahcho. So group level le HR concept can be applied. The HR concept can also be applied in the organizational wide. The HR concept can also be applied in societal. The HR concept can also be applied in national. The HR concept can be applied in international. Are you getting my point? See how we are expanding the answer. If you are getting the scope, I want to tell the tricks to answer the questions. Define human resource management. In the definition, you can elaborate. Jadi a question is there on scope of human resource management. What are the different scopes of HRM? Then you can also elaborate this. It can be applied at individual level. It can be applied at group level. It can be applied at organizational, society, national, and international. Are you getting my point? So in each of the part, you need to put some points. Point answer set is solved. More part rahila structure kariki dekhei debi, and I will try to define the structure, and you need to prepare it of your own, and you need to answer it. So,
Hi sir. Hi sir. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir. My question is there. I am not properly understand what about the social HRMS. I understand individual and organization.
I'll come to that. I have not yet started with individual. I will tell what are the individual aspects, what are the group aspects, what are the organizational, how HR role or HR department serves to the society. How HR department serves to the society from national point of view, from international point of view. I'll discuss that. Okay. Now,
okay, thank you.
This is what is broad concept where the HR concepts can be utilized. Another is that I will discuss the different parameters which are being used in each of the area. One is, we start with, as I have already asked, what are the different role of a HR manager or functions of HR department. Someone told that it starts with R to R. This first R stands with what? It stands with recruitment. The second R is identified
Retirement.
hair color of hair color. So hiring and firing, the concept of all are included. All are the functions of HR department. Suppose certain like positions are vacant. Certain positions are vacant in marketing department. Do you think that the marketing people will recruit? Never. The marketing people may be in the board, but it is the task of the HR department to fill up these vacancies. There are several parameters or several steps have to be taken to fill up the vacancies. That I will teach in manpower planning, how to fill up the vacancies. Now, see, it starts with recruitment, it ends at retirement. So, we are considering it when we think of the functions of HR department from individual wise. Individual perspective, or we are thinking it from employees' perspective. So, these are the functions. Now, what are those functions? One is recruitment. Okay. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by recruitment? What is the meaning of recruitment?
Recruitment
Yes.
means the vacancy need to be filled up. The budget, whatever the budget we have allotment to the organization, whatever the
Okay.
manpower we have allotted for the organization, the recruitment, the budget to be filled up, to the manpower to be filled up.
Okay. Now recruitment, see, filling up when we are thinking, then we will think of selection and orientation and induction. बुझिपारे ना नहीं मु जेते बेले चिंता करूची रिक्रूटमेंट कथा ये किछि स्पेसिफिक स्टेप्स इट इंक्लूड्स. Okay, so when you read some other, I mean to say some advanced paper, there we will sort the approach of selection and orientation in recruitment. But first you should understand what the meaning of recruitment is. Recruitment is a process by which we are only attracting right quality of manpower for the desired post. We are not filling up, we are attracting people and let them apply, then we'll think of selection. Selection is the next step. Recruitment is the first step where we are trying to attract people, quality people. Are you getting my point? Now quality and quantity, both the two Q's are always there in recruitment. Quality and quantity. So some will have a confusion in the offline class also. I asked which one will come first, recruitment and selection. You people have answered that as selection. No, selection will come next. Recruitment will come first. Recruitment is a process through which we attract people to apply. So we advertised in the newspaper about the course. That is what is the process of recruitment. You people have applied, and then what happened? We scrutinized the applications, we shortlisted the applications, then we have conducted online test or PI, then we have taken you. When you are thinking of shortlisting or scrutinization, that comes under your selection. Now recruitment selection, it always tagged together. So first we go with an approach to attract people or to find out the source. Are you getting a point? One is that attracting or finding out the source. Kouthu se pull, manpower pull ta mu paibi. Are you getting my point? Pila mane bujucha na nahi?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now
sir. Continue.
first we need to select the source.
Yes, sir.
Once you have selected, many sources are there. Internal source, external source, many sources that we will discuss in unit 2. I am trying to tell what are the basic parameters are included in this process, so that what will happen, you can have some knowledge on the subject, then we can go to unit 2. Now first is that recruitment. Recruitment is a process of attracting right kind of people for the right place or for the right post at the right time. Right? Once we have identified the pool, then we will start finding out who is the best one. Who is the best one? Who is the best one? Then to find out the best one, we will compare with the required qualities, required skill, with the quality of skill available with the people. Are you getting my point? We are trying to compare the required qualities. This is what is required qualities, and this is what is the qualities are available with the people. We compare with each other. Now the person who is matching maximum, we will select. Now there are several steps are there. So here the sources will come. Here the process will come. You may get a question from unit 1. What are the different sources of recruitment? Here we will get different questions. One question you may get: what is the process of selecting the people in the organization? As a HR manager, what kind of step you want? You will feel that the best one. Same thing, you may also get question: which source is the best in the 21st century? So recruitment will come first, then we'll think of selection. Okay, buji parla? Then once it is done, then we will go with the another step is your orientation and induction. Are you getting a point? Now orientation and induction. Can anyone tell me what are these two concepts says, orientation and induction? Yes.
Orientation, it means we have to introduce about our company, and induction is about to what the organization should be like, that what is the job functions, what the role functions, that are the inductions parameters, what are the job roles of the candidates.
Very good. See, both are, we can say, interchangeable. But there is some difference. Orientation and induction is the part of training program. When we'll read the different types of training program, there also you will define orientation and induction are comes under on-the-job training program. So orientation induction में मध्य में training दो, we impact training. What kind of training we impact? Under orientation, we tell about the success story of the organization. Suppose someone will come and start telling, see, the organization where you have joined is this, the background of the organization is this. Okay, so we'll start telling about the vision and success story of the organization and basic policies. Okay, the manuals of the organization, these are being discussed in orientation. Now it continues for 1 or 2 days. Then after that, the induction program simultaneously, suddenly, instantly, it starts. What is basically done there? Basically, we introduce about the techniques which are being used to produce or give the finished product. What are the machineries? What kind of raw materials are to be used? So, see, orientation inductions are more or less moves simultaneously, but the basic purpose behind orientation and induction is to the basic purpose of orientation and induction is to socialize the people, socialize the newcomer. Basically, these orientation and induction programs are conducted for the newcomer, those who have newly joined in the company. And we need to socialize them. Are you getting it? Socialize means they will feel a home away from home. They are freshers, and after a long continuation of educational background, they have joined in a new post. So we need to accommodate them in such a way that those kind of newcomers should not feel unwanted. So it is all about socializing the newcomers. So that is another steps generally done by the HR department. So what are the steps? One is your recruitment, one is selection, orientation and induction. Next is your another is the HR manager basically does what is that? Upgradation of skill and knowledge through training program. So HR department conducts orientation induction for the newcomers. Then once you have accepted, the people have accepted the basics of the organization, then organization conducts training program. So that what will happen? That upgradation of skill, knowledge and attitude or ability will be developed. So what is that? Upgradation of skill, knowledge through conducting different kind of training programs. So this is another parameter. What are the different basic concept or role of HR department? One is the recruitment, selection, orientation, induction, upgradation of skill and knowledge. Next is your another is your re-engineering and restructuring. The HR manager usually re-engineer the practices and restructures the practices so that what will happen? The organization will grow. That re-engineering, restructuring reflects to change management. Right? The re-engineering and restructuring reflects to change management. Now you need to implement change. Last class, I mean to say yesterday, I told that change is to be adopted continuously. If there is nothing permanent in the business world, only one thing is permanent is your constant change. You need to implement change because change relates to growth, change relates to development, change relates to diversification, change relates to re-engineering and restructuring. So HR manager constantly does different kind of experiments, research to develop. And now that research and development is only possible when re-engineering and restructuring are being applied. So what are the basic concepts? These include recruitment, selection, orientation, induction, upgradation of skill, re-engineering and restructuring.
Sir, can you repeat once again the last point? Re-engineering and
Re-engineering and restructuring. You need to re-engineer. See, re-engineering is an experiment with which we can grow, we can adopt new. You need to adopt new. So when you will adopt new, at that point of time, your direction towards change will start. Re-engineer by restructure. If you are not able to adopt, re-engineer or restructure, then you will never grow. You will never accept new. So HR manager task is to adopt always. The HR manager promotes to implement such in all the different functional areas. So with that, the organization will grow and organization will expand or organization will diversify its operation. Then next is your compensation and incentives. This is all about your wages and salary. This is all about your wages and salary administration, incentives, and other retirement benefits, whatever are included. Now, what is that? Compensation and incentives are to be given. So that is also the part of the job of the HR department. What are the different jobs of the HR department? Recruitment, selection, orientation, induction, upgradation of skill, re-engineering, restructuring, compensation, and incentives. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me how the change is applied in the organization? Can anyone tell me something on that? Just a minute. Please tell me.
sir, can you repeat your question?
How the change is implemented? How the change is implemented in the organization? Can anyone tell me? Kichi idea achi ki? Nahi.
By conducting training or any
with the help of innovative idea using modern things.
Okay.
Department change.
You need to understand what type of change is to be applied. First, you need to understand the causes of change. What are the different causes of change you need to understand? Okay. Then next, once you are able to find out the causes, then you need to think of which change is to be applied. Certain changes are planned change, certain changes are happened change, certain changes are reactive change, certain changes are proactive change. Planned change, proper planning karike implement kariba. Happened change, it will happen, no one can stop. Reactive change, due to some reaction in the market, change is occurred in our company. So proactive change, advance change implement koruchu. So these are the different types of change which are being applied in the organization. Still, your re-engineering restructuring is one part which controls the entire system nowadays. Organization jete re-engineer restructure kariba, jete organization change implement kariba, experimental change implementation. So that organization will grow, organization will expand. Now next is compensation and incentives, which includes your wages, salaries, your incentives, your reward, all financial benefits, all parts. Which next, what it includes? What is that? Evaluation of performance. Evaluation of performance. It is also in one way. Whatever I am writing it here, my dear students, all covers in different units. This in unit 1, this in unit 2, this in unit 3, this in unit 4, this in unit 4, likewise. Are you getting my point? Now next is your evaluation of performance. What is that? Evaluation of performance. It is all about your performance and potential appraisal.
Right.
Anyone knows what the performance appraisal is?
PIP.
So, no. Sorry. PIP is another thing. PIP, if you are not perform well, then the company will put on PIP. That's called performance improvement plan. You have to put on PIP, and if you not perform at that period, the company will be called as per the final call. And evaluation.
Listen, your PIP is based on your last performance. how to
Right,
manage
right.
your performance, how to develop your performance. Then we'll think of counseling, monitoring, guiding, feedback, training, development, or finally, still if you are not doing, kicking out, retrenchment, salary reduction. We'll start in a negative manner. Are you getting my point? Now,
And, yeah.
evaluation of performance. Yes.
Yeah, evaluation and performance is totally different. If you suppose, let it be, it is happening within twice in a year. It is a mid-year review, and final is the final year review. So in mid-year review, you have to evaluation your performance, whatever your targets achievement, whatever the KPIs you have identified to the to the candidates. As per the KPIs, what we have to review accordingly, and as per that, we have to give the points to the candidate. And as per the like a performance, we have evaluation the performance, and as per give the ratings.
I got your point. Now, what is performance appraisal? Performance appraisal is a continuous process of evaluating, analyzing, experimenting, examining. What we are analyzing? Examining two things. One is the behavior, another one is the outcome. That contributes to the concept of performance. Your performance is based on two things. One is the outcome, another one is your vyavahar or behavior. We are examining those two things. It is a continuous process. Okay, it is a continuous process of evaluating, examining, analyzing the behavior and outcome. Behavior and outcome of an employee in the organization for a given period of time. Just let me complete. For a given period of time. See, given period of time means it may be weekly, it may be monthly, it may be 6 months, it may be yearly. It depends on the company policies. In certain company, the everyday appraisal is done when piece rate system is applied. Piece rate, you know piece rate? So piece rate wise produce hochi, what a piece come produce karu etik paisa. Se jagare ame daily appraisal kurchu. Today you produce 10 units, he produced 15 units. So he is the better one. So daily appraisal way, monthly appraisal way, yearly appraisal way, half yearly appraisal way. These appraisal systems are based on the company policies. Right? Now again, what we appraise, what we evaluate, what we examine, we evaluate two things. One is the behavior. One is your outcome, your skill and will. These two things have to be appraised. Your skill components and your will components. Are you getting my point? These two things are usually appraised, evaluated. Now, basically, people prefer. Not a pachare bete samay nahi. Jadi face-to-face class eta ta we may discuss in different way. Apno manu kumu discourage kar do je answer by discussion pai because we have very short period. Time is very short. We need to discuss a lot. So, kon korchi mu eti auri apare discussion karithanti skill and will. Pratyek lokora me dita appraise korchu. Now, mostly in the 21st century, the recruiter prefers will over skill. We prefer will over skill. Skill can be developed. It is very difficult to develop the willpower. Ichha Shakti. So these are the basics of evaluation of performance. We'll discuss much more concepts in unit 3 or 4. What is performance appraisal? What are the different methods used in performance appraisal? What are the different types of performance appraisal? What happens after the appraisal? The PIP, what you told. Or performance management system, PMS. Right? Now, those are the things we will come later. So, what are the basic parameters which are included in human resource management? One is recruitment, selection, orientation, upgradation, re-engineering, compensation, evaluation. Then your evaluation is good, then we will assign you tasks. Your evaluation is bad, we will impart training. If you will continue with such decline in your career, then we will think of separation. What is the last one? Separation. So that means recruitment to retire. Separation means first join course exam and finally after 2 years you will be getting your certificate and you will be separated by issuing a CLC. Are you getting a point? The same practice is also applied in the organization. If your job is term based for a specific year, then after a year you will be separated. If your term is for your, like you can say, retirement age wise, then after the completion of superannuation you will be retired. So that is how it starts with what? Recruitment, selection, orientation, upgradation, re-engineering, restructuring, compensation, evaluation and separation. These are the basic concepts of human resource management. पिला माने मने रहिला कि एतिकी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
याकू वर्तमान न देखि कि तम माने कहि परिबो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
मु गोटे जिंस क्लास रे काली भी कहितली, whenever a
Yes, sir.
teacher speaks something, even if the teacher is using slide,
The promotion and transfer is left.
Transfer will come in between. So transfer will discuss on that once again. See, whenever a teacher is detecting something, then what you need to do? You need to write it. Even if the teacher is using slide, still you write. Sir, but the slide no, in the examination you will not read. You need to write. Are you getting a point? So start writing so that you can answer the questions. You can answer 32 pages of answer sheet you will complete. So start answering, start writing, so that what a habit of ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ତମ ମାନେ କେହି ଲେଖିବାର ଅଭ୍ୟାସ ନାହିଁ, even ମୁଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଲେଖିବାର ଅଭ୍ୟାସ ଛାଡ଼ି ଗଲାଣି ଆମର. So you start writing, because it is good, it is okay with us, because we are not going to appear the examination. You people will appear the examination, right? So okay, what are those points? Please honestly do not look at your script and tell me what are the points. All at once.
Recruitment, selection, orientation and induction, upgradation of skill, re-engineering and restructuring, compensation, incentives, evaluation of performance and separation.
Yes, sir.
What is this? Resources. So that forms the resources. That will form the resources. What is that? We can recruitment, selection, orientation, induction, upgradation, skill, re-engineering, restructuring, compensation, evaluation, and separation. So, if you want to answer the questions, define human resource management, what are the basic nature characteristics of human resource management, you elaborate these points. ये पट्टी कुछ कौन है ना कौन तू कह दे मत को ये पूछो yes एटी कौन के लिखला see एटी तमे क्लास चलला बेलू को तमे तमरो ऑफिशियल ग्रुप अनऑफिशियल ग्रुप जॉइन जदी करिथियो हम तुमको ब्लॉक कर देबी तमे तमरो व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू डू यू डू इट ऑफ योर ओन do not discuss all those in this class, right? जे पिला करूछो तमे तमरो जहा करियर अछि you do it in the back side. Don't do it here in my class at least. If you are doing it, then I will block those students. Don't create disturbances at least. Okay, now these are all the different steps of human resource. Still, I have not yet defined the term. Please write one definition. Please write one definition of human resource management. तुम मैंने लिखो गोटे definition HRM रो ठीक है लिखिले तुम मैंने को अभ्यास आसीबो. Just write one HRM definition. Human resource management, HRM, is a process of planning, organizing. It is a process of planning, organizing, developing, procuring, developing the human resources for the betterment of the organization, HRM is a process. HRM is a process of making the efficient and HRM is a process of making efficient and effective use of manpower.
Sir, can you repeat it once again?
HRM is a process of making efficient and effective use of manpower in the organization. Manpower in the organization for the achievement of individual and organizational goal.
Can you repeat again, sir?
HRM is a process of making efficient and effective use of manpower for the achievement of individual and organizational objectives.
Sir, making efficient
and effective use of
Sir, please repeat it once again.
Okay. Efficient and effective use of manpower for the achievement of individual as well as organizational objective. So these are the definitions. So tamu ko one question asipare, define HRM. Next is scope of HRM. Scope of HRM.
Sir, individual and organizational
goal or objective. जे काम करूची तार गोल अचीव होतुवा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रो गोल मध्ये अचीव होतुवा देन स्कोप जदि क्वेश्चन आछि को जगह रे एचआर टा एप्लीकेबल देन आई एम राइटिंग द आंसर one is that individual or employees, individual or employees. Okay. Another one is your group. Another one is your organization. Another one is your society, nation, and international. Now, HR department of an organization works for these segments. The HR department works for the individual. केमती कोन करिवो ना ताको ट्रेनिंग दबो तांको कंपेंसेट करिवो तांको वेजेस सैलरी दबो तांको पे हाउसिंग अदर वेलफेयर मेकैनिज्म इज टू बी adopted. Are you getting my point? So these are the things which are there for the individual at the individual level. So if you are getting a question, then you write in this way. Then you define how the HR department serves to an individual or an employee. Okay, how the HR department serves to the group. So group is that formation of group. What a group form karibo. Identification of leadership. A leader is to be identified and autonomy is to be given to control that group, control that particular segment. Okay, so what are there? The formation, leadership, communication. And also registration. That you union asigala tale registration kareba. So these are the role of the HR department, and regular meeting and interactions must be there. Communication, regular meeting and interaction must be there. If there is an union, then union are to be registered, and accordingly the union jaha mein collective bargaining ho, WPM workers participatory management ho, these are the concepts are to be applied. So the HR department serves to the individual, the HR department serves to the group, and HR department serves to the organization. So in which way the HR department serves? It all about your re-engineering, restructuring, right? It all about re-engineering, restructuring, amalgamation, absorption, reconstruction, Okay, amalgamate kariba, observe kariba, reconstruct kariba, change implementation, organizational development, OT. Okay, OT is also a one parameter. The HR department thinks of how to develop the organization. So this is how the HR department serves organization wise. Another is that profit maximization and wealth maximization. So organization, HR department always thinks of how to the profit is to be maximized, and accordingly the finance team is to be constituted, and how the wealth is to be maximized. So these are the roles. Yes, these are the different roles of HR manager from organization point of view, or the involvement of HR department from organization point of view. Then we think of society. Now society remains outside the factory gate where the organization functions. Basically what happens, the organization takes from the society and give back to the society. So now CSR is there, corporate social responsibility. So we need to develop the periphery, we need to develop the market, we need to develop, we need to encourage people to work. Employment opportunities are to be created. In this way, the societal parameters are to be considered. Society रे कोन होची ना मु कोन करी बस स्टैंड करबी पुलिस को जीप दोची नालको you will see most of the jeeps whatever are there. Okay,
Courses are hidden.
just a moment. Okay, now see, societal parameters are there where the organization needs to serve the society. Then nation-wise, what is that? We can say, we can think of your GDP. Okay, then national income, per capita income, helping hand to the nation in case of emergency. So in that way, HR department also serves in different manner. Then international, again we can say,
Sir, we are unable to
we
hear
can
your
think of
voice.
worldwide, going beyond the country. Worldwide,
Sir,
we
we
need
can't-
to
Sir, we can't
not
hear you.
visible.
the products. Again, we need to sell the products.
Sir,
so
you are
that-
not
Excuse me,
visible.
sir. Excuse me,
Sir,
sir. Your
So your
class is
screen is
not
not
visible,
visible.
sir.
sir,
Sir,
your
your
screen
screen
is
is not visible.
Am I not visible?
No,
No,
sir,
sir.
it's still not visible.
No, sir.
So this is all about your scope of HRM. So you may get a question on definition of human resource management. You may get a question of scope of human resource management. Another question you may get. Yes.
Sir, you are
Sir,
not
screen is not
visible.
visible.
We are not visible. Sir.
Screen is not visible. And your face is also not visible.
Video is off. Yes, sir. Okay now.
Now it is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, but we will tell you to do something for tomorrow classes. You need to register. Let me think on that, because in between what happened, someone has shared the screen, a white desktop. I think someone has shared it. The name is unknown. So what we can do is that usually what happens, we instruct the student to join through their registered mail ID. So the registered mail ID, whatever you have given during the admission, with that only you will register, so that no outsiders can enter into it. Okay. So that notice we will give tomorrow. Today evening, today late evening.
Sir, can you repeat the scope of HRM again?
Which one? Scope. Scope, see.
That is national and international.
National, see, national, we are thinking of the expansion, or we can say national income, per capita income, tax, benefits, and all those things cover under national income. Then international, go global. We usually think of go global. So that if we go globally, then what will happen? You can again encourage foreign countries to invest their money in our country, or we can invest our money in foreign countries. So that is how the HR department thinks of. Okay, so in this way, see, these are the different scopes. Just read it. I'm telling you the points. Just go through it and try to answer the questions. One is that define HRM. Another is the scope of HRM. Another question you may get, the process of human resource management. See, mate eina pacharibo, mu eina khali definition upare 5টা class nebi. I can take 5 classes on only definition of HRM. I will take 1 class on nature characteristics. I will take 1 class on feature of HRM. Okay, but we don't have time. Okay, more kon divide karichi. Unit 1 ku 2টা class, unit 2 ku 2টা class, unit 3 ku 2টা class, unit 4 ku 2টা, unit 5 ku 2টা. Total 10টা class. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you the points, and slightly elaborations are also there. I'm elaborating the point. এই দেখো 6টা বাজে গেল, আমাদের ঘন্টা চলে গেল এবং তোমার নেক্সট ক্লাস টিচার আসিতে পৌঁছিবে। Okay, now next question is that the process of human resource management. এই HR department র processটা কোন? তমକୁ যদি process পড়িলা, then you elaborate it. Even if you are getting a question on definition of human resource management, you can elaborate this. You elaborate this. କେହି ତମକୁ ମନା କରିବେନି, କେହି ତମର ମାର୍କ କାଟିବେନି. So definitions are there in the book. You can quote the name and you can give the definition. Kichi jani namane poduchi, straight away define what is human resources, recruitment, and jaha mu kahili. So you just define this. So with that only you can complete. So next is process of HRM. Now the process of HRM, it again starts with recruitment, ends at retirement. How will we define it? See, the first is recruitment is a process, as I have defined it, as I have stated it. The first step is recruitment is a process of attracting the right kind of people, attracting people. Okay. So what is the recruitment is? It is all about attracting the people or right people for the right place, for the right position at the right time. Then once we have created the pool of people, pool of we can say prospective candidates, then we can think of accumulating. Let us accumulate them through selection. This is what recruitment, this is what selection. Accumulate them through selection. Tako accumulate karo. Then you observe. Observe through orientation and induction or socializing process. Observe kar diya. So what are the different steps are there in the process of HRM? One is that attracting, accumulating, and observing. Attracting through recruitment, accumulation through selection, observing through orientation and induction. Once it is done, then we will think of maintaining. We need to maintain the people. Now you will read in OB maintenance need. जो मैंने OB पढ़ी थी maintenance need रे तुम्हें कहना कौन? Now wages, salaries, and basic needs. The basic needs have to be fulfilled. Now HR department in second step, what it includes, we need to maintain the people. We will provide them wages, salaries. We will provide them welfare benefits and other sitting arrangements. Okay, cooling facilities, sitting arrangements, and different kind of welfare facilities. Otherwise, we can say this maintenance is done through roti, kapda, makan, food, shelter, cloth, food, shelter, and cloth. So we will provide these three to the people so that they will be maintained. So what are the steps? Attracting, accumulating, observing, then maintaining. Then next is monitoring. We need to monitor them. What the monitoring is says, so it includes your giving feedback or examining the employees or assessing the performance, how much they have achieved, what is the output they have given, then they are getting the salary, and we will compare the wages of the investment of the people with the outcome. So this is all about your monitoring. So monitoring the performance of the people so that we can compare whether the fruitful investment is there on that people or not, or that person or not. So tome kon korcho gote jagare invest korucho kete return paucho, you are just calculating it. Similarly, the organization also calculates how much money I invest on that particular person and what the return I am getting it back. That is all about your human resource auditing and human resource accounting. In case of human resource accounting, what we do, we basically calculate the monetary aspects, or we convert the investment on the people and we compare it with the outcome given by that people, so that whether profit is there now, savings are there now. So we need to monitor the employees' performance. Then once, what are those second steps says? It includes maintaining, monitoring, and motivating. Motivating the people. So in which way we need to motivate? It is suppose can anyone tell me what motivation is actually? Anyone? Any guess?
Reward recognition.
Any guess? What motivation is? Yes?
Reward recognition, appraisal.
Reward recognition. See, very good. Reward recognition. Very good. Excellent. Any other meaning of motivation? Any other definition?
Career hike.
Promotion.
Yes?
Career hike and appraisal.
Promotion.
No, wrong. Wait. What is data jinsa karli? Tome first record karlo kahila ki mate you answered that reward and recognition. I told very good. Second day you told something else. Career planning. I said no, you are wrong. Now first I motivated you without any finance. Have I invested anything in that? No, I have not invested. Only I encouraged you to say more. Once I encouraged, then what happened? You answered the second question. Once again in a different way. Right? Now, when you answered it different way, I said you are wrong. Then you will shut your mouth and you will keep quiet. You will be discouraged. So motivation is not always being motivated with the use of finance and money, with, we can say, encouragement or clapping or many other parameters. You will read much in OB, organizational behavior, where you will read different theories of motivation. So HR department role is to motivate by putting the people in the challenging work. We'll put you in different challenging work so that we'll give responsibility. We honor the people. We will give reward, recognition, individual identity, autonomy, freedom. So these are the concepts which motivates the people. Position, these are the concepts which motivates the people. Now these are the tasks of the HR department. So what are the tasks of the HR department or the process of HR says? Attracting, accumulating, observing, maintaining, motivating, monitoring, and next is your retaining. So how to retain? How to retain the knowledge? Through training and development, T&D. So we attract through recruitment, we accumulate through selection, we observe through orientation and induction, we maintain through wages, salary, compensation, we monitor through performance appraisal and potential appraisal, we motivate by giving challenging work, higher responsibility, encouraging words, reward, recognition, then we retain. Retain knowledge. We are not defining the people from individual or headwise. We are defining the people from knowledge prospects. So how to retain the knowledge? Constant training and development programs are to be conducted. So we retain people through training and development. Next is that we'll think of retrenching. Retrenchment is otherwise known as, we can say with punishment, we are retrenching people. Then another one is your retiring or re-engaging. Retiring and re-engaging. Please write. Do not look at the whiteboard. Okay. So if you look at the, then you cannot answer, write it. No. So just when I speak, you write it. Look at the screen, then you write it. Now, the process of human resource management includes 3 steps, and it is all about your employees' prospects. Not from group, not from organization, not from society, not from nation, not from international. From individual prospect, from employees' prospects, this includes attracting, accumulating, observing, maintaining, monitoring, motivating, retaining, retrenching, and retiring of the employees in the workplace. Definition hai gala, process bhi hai gala.
Please repeat last one.
Retrenching, then retiring or re-engaging. Retiring or re-engaging the people. We give retirement to the employees, or else we are also re-engaging the people. बुझी पारल मने रहिबो मु भाबुची तमे पढिरु पढिबो किंबा I hope you can remember what the process of HRM, the process of HRM, which includes mane rahibo dita question as discussion pila mane I have discussed 2 questions. One is definition, one is the scope of human resource management, another one is the process of human resource management. And this process is from individual prospects or employees prospects. Okay. So what it includes? It includes attracting, accumulating, observing, maintaining, motivating, monitoring, retaining, retrenching, retiring, and re-engaging the people. Now, with which approach we attract? Different parameters are there. With approach we accumulate, selection is there. Different steps are there.
Please repeat 3 R's.
This is all about your retention. See, I'm trying to retain you. Mu jodi tumko na padhe ki ti gappibi, so will you be retained? No, you will leave the class and you will go. Next time tum kon kare Sujit sir ko class am attend kari and unnecessary he is not discussing, he is not coming to the point, he is not discussing anything from the syllabus. Now my task is to retain you by giving knowledge. Now next class ko tome asibani, jodi tome kichi bujibo padibo, then you will come to the next class. That is all about the retention of people, or else the percentage of labor turnover will increase. People will leave the company, right? So this is all about different steps we adopt to retain. One step is training and development. Khali eita nuhe, training development different are there. तबे सब जगह सेठी लिखि परिबो. I'm only telling about one point which included in retention is that training and development. Then next is we also retrench people through the application of rules and regulations. We apply different kind of rules and regulations, then we retrench people. With that, we can retrench people. Then it is forcibly, retrenchment is forcibly separating the people. Okay, and finally, retirement after completion of your age, 60 or 58, the people retire, or after completion of a term or project, the people being separated, that is all about the retirement. And we also think of re-engagement. That is not only in the government sector, in private sector also re-engagements are there. बुझिपारलो पिला माने सो आज मो बहुत कम समय रे गुडे जिंस डिस्कशन कली मु भाउची तमे सब जाक कंडेंस्ड वे हैव डिस्कस्ड एंड यू मस्ट हैव रिटन ऑल द पॉइंट्स प्लीज गो थ्रू द पॉइंट्स एंड आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ दिस सेशन जस्ट राइट ट्राई टू एलाबोरेट इट वंस रीड द बुक्स attend the class, read the book. No one can stop you to complete this course. Any doubt? Sir, asking next, sir. Huh?
Sir, request to repeat the resource full form, sir.
Which one?
That abbreviation resource you have defined.
I'll give it in the group. Okay, today I'll give it in the group.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Shall I
one
give
question.
Yes.
Sir,
Hello, sir. Sir, can I get the record of this video, because I have joined before 5 to 10 minutes.
You will
So I
get
have not.
See, you will get. Just wait. You have asked a question. I know what question you are asking. So all of you get the record version. All you will get the question. All of you will answer. All of you will get the assignment. So don't worry for that. When the time will come, we will give. Every question that you are asking. After a week, you will get the question. Whatever they are in the course. Okay.
Sir, good.
So any other thing?
Sir, actually, sir, class को आज ही भाबिली 6 रे start होगा, but 5 रे start ही चला. So जदि reschedule होची class sir one day before जदि जणै देबे sir ताले helpful रहइबो.
कौन कहलो?
Sir आज ही जो class टा as per
मत क्विकली पकुआ.
sir class जो आज ही start ହେଇଥିଲା, am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Please tell me quickly because I'm killing the time of the next teacher.
Actually, sir, class
already sir ଜଣେଇଥିଲେ କି 5 to 6 PM ରେ class ହବ ବୋଲି.
Whatever doubt is there, you